Let me tell you something.
The world we living in right now ain't got a heart no more. It's wicked out here. Pure evil be living next door to you.
And you don't even know it.
In Houston, Texas, a 27-year-old Demari Alston ain't just a suspect, he a monster. They say he killed his own son, 2-month-old baby, Zayn, a gift from God, slaughtered by his father. They tried to hide it behind a lie, called it allergic reaction. But the autopsy revealed the facts: fractured bones, bleeding brain, and a life cut short in traction. When that baby was just 10 days old, he was already broken and bruised by the father. The court put the baby in his great-grandma's care because the courts knew that baby been abused. But 67 days after his birth, that child was gone. His father took his own life, and now he'll spend the rest of his own life behind bars. When the police searched the daddy's phone, they found Google searches that showed his guilt clear as day. Cause he was Googling what happens if your baby don't have a pulse, how to pass a lie detector test, defense lawyers. Cause he thought he could Google his way out of capital murder. But everything on this goddamn internet is being tracked and remains in your search history even after you delete it. And the mother name is Trinity Perez. How about this girl was pregnant again from that man at the time of her arrest? How you trying to bring another life in this world by the same man who just deleted the last one you just brought in the world? That ain't love. That's bondage. The world got these goddamn women confused. They confused because they choosing these type of mental patient men to have a child with, when they know that the man they bringing a child on earth with ain't mentally stable. He's sick in the head, he chasing them goddamn streets, or he already whooping on your ass. What you think he gonna do to the child? I'm telling you, the devil on land, man. Satan is here. This world is so wicked nowadays, man. Pressure got people losing their goddamn minds. This economy got folks broke, depressed, and blind. Men out here don't even want to be a father no more. They rather abort and run. All these men out here talking about they can't afford a child, but you can afford a hotel room to lay up there and make one. And some of these women need to be looked at. Before you bring a child into this world, into a traumatic situation that they ain't asked to be in, you need to be mentally checked out, and then they need to give you a spiritual check. They need to check your spirit and your mind just to see if you qualify to maintain. Because see, a baby ain't a baby doll, and it ain't a goddamn toy. It's a life that God blessed you with to protect, provide, and care for. That baby ain't asked to be here, but you laid up and had it. It's your duty to take care of it. But too many people out here having kids without love, without order, or without respect for a blessing that God give you. Cause there's some people out here wish they could have kids, they can't have kids, and you blessed to have a kid and you taking it out. Like you could just goddamn do over. You got there getting arrested and you pregnant by this dummy again. What's wrong with you? That baby never asked to be here. That baby was innocent, pure, and divine, but his own father took his life just 67 days into his life, and the mother stood there and watched. Now in the Bible, God said, "Suffer the little children to come unto me." And now that's exactly where that baby will be, safe, free, and finally at peace, back to his maker, back with the almighty creator, God the Father, Jesus. As far as that father, you gonna get hit with karma. You about to feel God's wrath, and don't nobody hit harder than God. I know you hit that baby and bruised that goddamn baby up and goddamn knocked that baby off, but watch what God do to you, cause there's some goddamn gangsters in that goddamn prison waiting on your ass to come see them, and they don't play by people that mess with them goddamn kids. You know what they gonna do to you, man. Let me tell you women out here something. The world is a dangerous place nowadays. It's so cold. So you got to watch who you lay with. You got to watch who you trust. You got to watch who you call love. Because everybody smiling ain't sent from above. And I pray that God bring healing to every mother that's battling postpartum, that's battling all kind of trauma from a man, things they go through from men, man, that don't want to be a father in the child life. I pray God vindicate you. I pray God bring you healing. I pray God restore your faith. I pray that God enlighten you that your current situation ain't your final destination. It ain't got to be like this. Y'all make sure y'all like this video. Y'all make sure y'all comment below. Y'all make sure y'all share this video with somebody that might be battling postpartum, man, because this going on a lot. Man, people are really going through financial issues, and the daddies go through postpartum too. That's what this sound like, but it come in a different form. See, you got to pay attention to the times we in. Now ain't the time if they ain't got the right mind. Audit them, look into them, and check their ass out before you bring a life into this world, because it could get you life. Yeah, we the business.
27-year-old Demari Alston is facing capital murder charges, and 22-year-old Trinity Perez is facing a felony charge of injury to a child by omission in the death of their son, Zayn Alston. The dad's bond is currently set at $2 million, and the mother's bond is set at $250,000. Now, the Assistant District Attorney Tiffany Dupree breaks down not only what happened in court, but also some important details in the case.
We believe that the father actually committed the offense of capital murder, where he caused the injuries to the child. And then injury to by omission is, as a mother, we have a duty and an obligation to protect our children, to seek adequate medical treatment for them when they are injured. And so we believe she did not uphold that duty.
Demari Alston stood before a judge alongside his attorney and the prosecution. We learned that he's originally from Wisconsin and has only been in Houston 3 years and works as a club promoter. He was read his bond conditions and told by the judge he cannot have any contact with any children under 18, including an older child of his who is a toddler. The mother did not appear in the courtroom, but her attorney did.
Well, there was already a CPS investigation going on originally where the child had been injured at 10 days old. And so then these injuries occurred when the baby was 2 months old. And so due to the fact that they weren't following court conditions that were already in place and his lack of ties to the community, we felt that the bond needed to be high.
According to court records, 2-month-old Zayn Alston was born July 6, 2024. And the first report of injuries that alarmed CPS came when he was taken to the hospital at 10 days old, July 16th. The child's maternal great-grandmother became the CPS safety monitor, and the parents were required to follow certain orders from CPS. Court records suggest they did not, because Zayn was taken to the hospital September 8th with new injuries that not only prompted his death, but also got HPD detectives involved. The 2-month-old tragically died from his injuries September 11th.
CPS has certain plans in place when a child has been injured, and they were to have no contact, the mother and father were to have no unsupervised contact with the baby. They were having unsupervised contact with the baby and not following the court conditions that had been in place previously, and then ultimately the baby was taken to the hospital where he was pronounced deceased.
If convicted, the father could be sentenced to life without parole or face the death penalty, and the mother could face anywhere from 5 to 99 years behind bars.